They'll try and run for it with Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Midfield now. Here's Roethlisberger. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Samuels. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there. But
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
after that play, I think we know one quarterback who'll be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Steelers 10, Ravens 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
2-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Complete to Miles Boykin. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Raven. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Steelers 10. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Intercepted.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty...
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This is fielded at the 7. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score, Ravens 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The ball carrier tackled at the 25-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. The give is to Jones. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Big Ben of the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
No spacing. Quarter. Check 50. Let's both of them.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
21, Mark Ingram.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
47-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.